start from there.
I have a home-based studio. It's called Woodward Avenue Studios, and that's where we track the record.
Going in there for the first time, like even when I first went in there with Jon, was just I was intimidated because like I'm a huge Threat Signal fan and I'm a huge Soilwork fan, so it's just fucking ridiculous to have him even having an interest in contributing in some sort, you know.
It was all new to them, you know, and when they first came down for a visit, they drove down from Cornwall, 5-6 hour drive. They showed up, we met and hung out in my studio and just talked about the record, talked about music, and you know, they seemed very nervous, you know, very excited and very nervous because they're fans of my work and my band, and they're just really, really excited. You know, they stayed for about an hour and basically decided they wanted to work with me. And, you know, drove back the 5-6 hours. You know? We just started recording, and okay, well, we don't have a bass player. We need a bass player. So why don't I hit up my boy Pat? You know, Pat from Threat Signal. So he came down, started tracking on the song.
It was tough because it's like I'm going in there blind. I didn't really know much of the material firsthand. It's like I heard it, but I didn't really have much time to rehearse it. So there were some tricky parts, just some awesome riffs in there that you know, took a few hours to pound out. It was still the same things that me and Jon always kind of do. I mean, because we've obviously we've recorded before and stuff like that in Jon's studio down in Hamilton. So. I mean, yeah, it was different because it was stuff that neither of us had written. It was actually, we're just like playing like other people's like songs and stuff. So it was yeah, very different at first. Me and Jon still did our thing.
And then also my friend Bjorn from Soilwork, he was in town, and he hit me up. He's like, dude, what are you working on? You got any projects? Because he's interested in vocal production and guest vocal work and just working with music, working with bands. So well, I got this band Blinded In Bliss, you know, check them out. Bjorn loved it. He came down, he co-produced the vocals with me.
The Demon vocals. Oh yeah, the Demon double. The Demon double, yeah.
Originally the plan was that he was going to do just that guest vocal.
Often of our needs, the disregard for life.
Initially, just do all the back lines, all the vocals, like backgrounds, and basically it just ended up like a huge part in what it actually turned out to be.
Cover resources.
His voice is heavenly.
It was life-changing, man. First time I actually heard the finished product with Bjorn singing on it.
The disregard for life! It's gonna be up there. Woohoo! Goddamn. Yeah.
I was a Soilwork fan, and I was a Threat Signal fan. I still am. So meeting them was amazing. Amazing to meet them and actually get to hang out with them and learn from them. I mean, they're both really great vocalists. So they helped me out a lot and showed me little tips and tricks, and just gained a lot of experience from it.
Think back on me and Baron jamming out in my basement, man. Just how far everything went. Who would have guessed back then that we'd have Bjorn Strid singing on our record, man?
It's amazing, it's surreal still. Like, I just never thought that would happen, ever. And but yeah, we're side by side, and then a record together.
Brian, what's more?
We mentioned.
All we know, all we know is we are capable of love.
One of my favorite bands since I was a kid, since I got into metal. And the first album I ever heard by them was A Predator's Portrait. And the fact that I'm going to be on the album with him, I never thought that I would be on an album with one of my idols in metal. And the fact that I haven't even met him yet and I'm playing on an album with him is funny too.
Definitely shock factor for sure. It was intimidating just to go in there and work with him because he was producing all the vocals, and like I had like basic melody ideas like for vocals, clean vocals and stuff.
I really enjoyed producing the album, and I became like really one with the project.
It just came so natural for him. And whenever he did this melody for Affinity, like literally when I first heard it, like you asked me like what's it like working with Bjorn, it's like when I first heard him do that melody line when we were doing takes, it was like it was emotional. It's unbelievable. It was beautiful. It's fucking talent.
Working kind of close also with both Rudy and Baron, who has written mostly of music, how passionate he is about the music. Because I sometimes get the feeling people growing up, it's all about like, oh, that's a badass riff, and it kind of stays there. Like Baron, for example, is like really, really passionate of what he's writing. He's really like living. It's so like emotional about it, which is really cool.
He's the definition of an artist. He really cares about his music. He takes a lot of time, thinking about it and sorting it out. We would change arrangements and try new things and just get experimental. We were working so hard on it, contributing so much. It's like, it became my kind of little baby too, right? It was kind of a refreshing project too because it was all tracked in standard E tuning. Everyone's dropping their tunings down, getting real low and groovy heavy. This is kind of taking it back to the roots.
That's what's cool about it, yeah. We have the first record, it's all in standard, except for 2 songs are in drop D. But it's cool that we're able to make it. It still sounds heavy. We still make it sound brutal, but just basic standard tuning.
Most other bands these days, are going lower and lower. So like pretty much you have like 3 bass players in a band. So I was kind of stoked. It's like, it's in standard. You don't hear that too much, so that right away just gives it a more distinct sound, and it's got this kind of good thrashy feel and fast. I mean, like it's a little more refreshing, easier on the ears than I think a lot of everyone's doing breakdowns and stuff like that. Where this band's more of like some fast grooves.
You don't have to tune so low to be heavy and badass. You just have to have killer riffs.
It's real. Feels real, and that's what makes it really appealing.
They were very professional in the studio. They really wanted to create something amazing and put a lot of work into it. We would hang out, bro down, have some beers at the end of the night, but we worked a lot. Baron's like a perfectionist. One little note, he's like, I don't want to change that note. I think he came back and changed part of his solo, like, right before I was sending this stuff to mix. I don't know about this note. Sounds pretty cool to me. He's like, no, change it. So, picky, which is good. That's how you have to be.
We got into fucking level 3, and we fucking went to Mixed Village. Talked to Baron, and Baron was he's the guitarist of the band. He was definitely trying to expand his horizons and to do new stuff, and he was I did a solo for him on like one of the songs, and we totally we bonded. Me and him, we got it, bonded by bliss.
The solo on the song Constancy, amazing, retarded, awesome.
I explain my skills at level 2. I feel like I'm going to be the worst guitarist forever, but I feel like they want to take their skills to level 3, which is where I'd like to be. But I feel like they're going to get there before I can.
It was awesome just to be able to like talk with Jason and like chill with him. The fact that he was involved, it's really cool because I'm always reading stuff about the music that he produces and the bands that I love that he's been involved with.
We're at Audiohammer Studios, AL version, right? Or no, should I say not that? Okay, we're at Audiohammer Studios in Sanford, Florida, where I've been before with a different project. Failed. Tracking drums for Blinded in Bliss.
We got to level 3 is what happened. I gotta say, after watching Bill play with Blinded in Bliss, I think he's the perfect drummer. I really do. I think because he's got a little bit of the Jersey, he's got like some hotness, sort of fucking awesome hair, and at the same time he's got some crazy bass drum skills. And I think that he's got pretty much what it takes to take Blinded in Bliss to the next level. Level 3.
That's the only song on the album that's actually, I could say, just fully mine. I made the whole thing. I wrote the drums for it. I had to figure out how to use Guitar Pro.
So how it usually works if someone wants to do a little project of their own, if they have, I'm sure a lot of kids now know Guitar Pro. And if a guitarist is writing riffs, he'll just put like skeletal, backbone, shitty MIDI drums to it. And then, those are just a point of reference, but it's like a click track. And that's what you get. And then I have to add my piece to it. And, Jason with producing it helped a lot. He always does. He helped a lot with the mutiny process. A lot of the fills and a lot of the little cymbal accents were inspired by him as well. It's not just like a one-man thing.
I see a bunch of young kids who want to expand their horizons, who want to take their skills to level 3.
When I found out the band was going to use Suecof to mix, really stoked. Great, my first outside production is going to be mixed by Suecof. It's killer. And then when I got the tracks back, it's exactly what I expected. Killer,
It's always awesome to work with projects from that's literally scattered across the country and different countries, because it's like you get this one project that started in one place and it's like starting in another place, and you kind of get to put your input in. It's all about that's what life's about, is a little literally taking a mix to the next level to where you can hear it yourself, not to where the band is just like, I wish that the lead was a little bit louder.
Man, hearing the music from back when we had songs recorded on the old Boss recording studio, hearing our music professionally done, man, first time hearing that, it's crazy. I don't even know how to describe it, man.
I always like a lot of things that kids do that are beyond what normal people can digest. So I'm always above. I like a little shred, a little vibrato that's a little more sexier than your normal guitar player, your average guitar player can comprehend. I'm always about taking shit to level 3.
Me and Baron just jamming out in my basement, and then just to hear, who would have guessed that we'd be so fortunate.
Now it's, now they're taking shit to level 3.
It's just crazy how all these guys come together. It's Threat Signal, Soil Work, Blinded in Bliss, and recently they just got a new drummer. Bill. He used to play in Mutiny Within, so it's a big combination of all these great bands. coming together. It's really cool to see that. Like, I'm kind of jealous I'm not in the band.
Which was crazy, just to even just have an opportunity to even just work with these people. It's just awesome because like these are the people that I look up to, and I'm honored.
Dude, Blinded In Bliss takes me to level 4, which is the most disgusting level in the universe, which I completely back.
Just great at what he does. The album sounds real big, real clean, real clear. It's cool.
Beautiful hickory smoked maplewood blend. I really have no idea what kind of wood it is, but it's nice. Beautiful. Pine Sol.